Tom Savarese, interventional physiatrist here in Jacksonville, Florida, but some of you guys may know me as the author of OMT Review. You probably know it as the Green Book. And I'm also a founder of OMT Review Q-bank, which is a full question bank of approximately 4,500 questions that cover all of COMLEX 1 and COMLEX 2 for the osteopathic medical students. So the way I wrote the OMT Review Book, actually it's kind of a funny story. I went to Nova Southeastern University in the mid to late 90s, and I was a osteopathic medical fellow. So I had a third year, and I also had a fifth year where I had to do 6 months in the osteopathic clinic. So during one of these stints in the osteopathic clinic, I was studying for the boards, and I remember I had a huge stack of notes that I had to study from, and it was very, very inefficient. So I started to then type these notes, and one of the students that I was actually teaching at the time came up and said, "Hey, I think this might be something that's maybe worthwhile for us to have to study for our finals." And she also suggested that I should probably put it in the bookstore, and lo and behold, I was like, "Oh, that's a great idea." I finished typing up some of the notes that I had, and I put it in the bookstore. And approximately about 2 weeks later, I got a call in the osteopathic clinic asking for me, and was wondering if I could send books out to Midwestern University. That's where they were calling from, and they wanted to buy my book. So that's when the light bulb went off and said, "Hey, there is a great need for osteopathic students to have a review book," because not only, like myself, I'm sure hundreds of other osteopathic students are left studying with a stack of huge OMT notes. So that's kind of where it came from. What prompted me to revise the third edition of the book was the fact that osteopathic medicine has evolved, and these new osteopathic texts that form the foundation for osteopathic medicine have come onto the market, and OMT Review needed to reflect that new knowledge. In addition, the COMLEX has evolved over the course of time because we needed to update the questions as well, and we needed to make them more like the COMLEX today. So we've expanded the questions that are in the back of the chapters. We made them more COMLEX-like, and we've also added written out questions for each one of the chapter questions. And all those questions that we had in the back of the book, the COMLEX A, B, C, and D questions, all those questions, I think there were approximately 362 questions. We've moved them online and available to the students. You'll notice here's the fourth edition of the book. There's a scratch-off code right here. You can scratch that off. You can log in online through the website. You can have access to all of those questions. The benefit of that is, again, you're able to see how well you do compared to your peers and see where your weaknesses are and focus from there. So not only do we have 4,500 questions that cover COMLEX Level 1 and COMLEX Level 2, we also offer 700 flashcards for medical students. In addition, we also have approximately 10 hours of OMM lectures that come directly from the OMT Review Book. And these lectures are courtesy of Dr. Adesina. The team consists of myself, as well as Dr. Adesina and Dr. Reed and Dr. Capobianco, as well as several other osteopathic physicians. It's taken approximately 2.5 years to revise the book, as well as come up with the website and all its content. So all this content is available on omtreview.com. You could purchase the book there, you could purchase live lectures, and you could subscribe for the COMLEX 1 or COMLEX 2 questions.